Welcome to Spirit Corps. I'm Kavi. We hope this story, inspired by our one-act play, The Conquistador's Wife, can help remind us not to jump to conclusions. After you've watched it, we would love for you to share a time where you made an assumption about yourself or someone else that proved to be wrong. Hashtag Spirit Corps. Together, we grow. The great Toltec civilization thrived for nearly 1,000 years on the Central Plateau of Mexico. Their wisdom lives on today in the Four Agreements. This teaching reminded Morgan of a hurtful conclusion she'd come to about herself that she was finally able to put to rest.
Hi, it's Morgan, and I'm here to share a story inspired by advice from ancient Toltec wisdom. Make no assumptions for hashtag Spirit Corps at Spirit Series USA. In middle school, I came to a conclusion about myself that has impacted my entire life. My older brother was a straight A student. Every subject came so easily for him. His grades were always perfect, and it seemed he never even needed to try. Unfortunately, for me, I was the exact opposite. No matter how much I studied or how hard I worked, perfect grades were beyond my reach. Academics equaled pure stress and anxiety. And I just had to face it. He was the smart one, and I was the stupid one. That voice inside my head convinced me day after day that inside a classroom I was worthless. Luckily, I had a mother who was my biggest cheerleader. She saw potential in me, even though I didn't fit my definition of intelligent. She helped me see that my strengths were creative and that I could find my brilliance on stage. She encouraged me to embrace those strengths and find a community that celebrated my skills. Thanks to her, I pursued a career in musical theater, which eventually led me to my true calling in education, of all things, but arts education. I thought my struggle with intelligence was over until I found my way to Spirit Series 4 years ago. I was hired to teach drama, but also, just as importantly, history and English, two subjects that had completely defeated me in school. Here I was, again, face to face with my demons. After training was over, I had my own classroom and for a 3-week residency. And just my luck, the class was full of kids who were all exactly like my brother, smart. I was terrified. I was now expected to be the expert in the room, the one imparting knowledge about English and history, when I still had those voices in my head telling me, everyone in the room is smarter than you. It was a challenge I had to face every day as I walked into that classroom. At the end of that residency, after my kids gave an amazing finale performance, the teacher who had been in the back of the classroom watching those 3 weeks thanked me for making poetry and history so engaging for her students. She told me that she could tell I really knew my stuff. At first I thought, oh boy, had I fooled her. And then I realized, no, the one I'd been fooling all this time was me. Her simple, authentic feedback helped me realize that voice in my head was just that, in my head. I not only know my stuff, but I am better able to engage my students because so many have that same story in their head. I am smart, I am intelligent, and I am worthy to be that person in front of the room. Honestly, it's still a struggle for me to own this, especially now on camera for the world to see. But as the Toltec wisdom urges us, drop the stories. What we think, we become. I would love for you to share a time when you made an assumption or someone else that proved to be wrong. And don't forget to tag Spirit Series at Spirit Series USA and hashtag Spirit Corps. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope to hear yours.